That's what they said. The hangouts on the air is now on. You betcha. We'll wait a little bit, see who's here, tell them where we are. I don't think you're going to be able to see the phone very much, but I can tell them about enlarging here and stuff like that. Good stuff. Iced tea. Yeah. I need to find the live stream over here. Okay. Whoa, what happened? Okay. Hello, everybody who is here. Frugal Farmer channel. And let me turn this down. Whoa, wrong way. Hello, all. I'll be back. I love that. And McCrae, I was looking for you. Okay. Wait just a second. Everyone, what is wrong with my select copy? McCrae, could you remind me again of where you are exactly in Florida? McCrae's in Florida, they said. Jennifer. Hi. Hello. Hi. Shelly Michael. Okay. Why is this not doing this? You know what? I'm going to start. Let me see. Hold on, everybody. Jazz! Oh, girl, we're hanging in there. How's it going? This is, whoops. Welcome all. We're here. Okay, McCrae, Middleburg, just outside of, oh, honey. If you're just outside of Jacksonville, you're kind of where you're going to have to be, I wanted to say evaporated, what, evacuated? They're just outside of Jacksonville. Our daughter is just outside of Jacksonville. Hi, Jazz. This is kind of a, we're here, bee thing. We're going to go into a couple things about bees, but this is just mostly for us, unless you have specific questions about bees. I'm like between two screens here. And because of the hurricane and because of other world events, if you're like me, you're like, ah, okay. We have McCrae family here. McCrae Family Homestead. They're in Middleburg, just outside of Jacksonville, Florida. Maybe they can give us an update. Our daughter, who is 32, lives alone with her Yorkie. Yep, we are battening down and getting things ready. Oh, they're gonna. Okay, McCrae, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna email you. Jazz, you're in New York, right? Yeah. She's in an apartment complex, and she works for PNC Bank, and she's on the first floor. She called us a little earlier. No, that's my baby. I only have one daughter, and our baby, really. And she was calling to update us about everything. She's so cute. She goes, well, I'm not going to go by Publix right now. I'm going to wait until the lines are down because everybody's going now because it's right after work. And I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness. You know, you just kind of have to listen. You know, I suggested that she would put all of her valuable pictures, jewelry, keepsakes, a lot of Apollo's toys. Apollo, check out the name, guys. Apollo, he's a 4-pound Yorkie. That's his name. The crazy's name. Yep, you're betting. Okay, that she, you know, put them all in big boxes, ship them UPS, COD to us in New York, and we would ship them back here after the hurricane. She didn't like that. She's, no, I want to keep all my valuables with me. And her latest update was there was no way out. Is it 95? Is yes. Totally backed up. Yeah, 95 is backed up. And there are no flights anywhere. And she thought her biggest way out would be Alabama. Alabama might be the best thing. Her brother is 4 hours away in North Carolina. We suggested that, and she says, "No, why would I go there? Because then the hurricane would be behind her." I don't know. I don't know, folks. I'm just telling you. So I don't know. Before I go on any further, I would like to tell you all that, as you probably all know, yes, honey, it's so good to see everybody here. As you probably know, Danny at Deep South Homestead had a problem with his heart rate. His heart rate went up to between 130 and 150. And I guess the normal heart rate is supposed to be 50. Something around
70.
70. Okay, 130 to 150. Hi, Renee Butler. Hi, so good to see you. So Wanda, well, they finally called an ambulance, and she did a stream from the truck, and she's driving behind the ambulance. And my heart just went out to her because, as you may or may not recall, Wanda was in the hospital not even a year ago, you know, for something they never, I don't think they ever found out what it was. I just fell in love with those 2 years ago. I began watching the Homestead Network before we even began streaming. As a matter of fact, we began watching them and everybody, Alderman Farms and Big Family Homestead. That's, you know, they were the ones that started it, them. And we found out ultimately from our Half Acre Homestead, who was going to stream with them. Yeah. And, but she couldn't figure it out. They have over there. But if you like a good channel, Mrs. Volpe, as I call her. I'm always telling my husband, well, Mrs. Volpe said not to do that. Mrs. Volpe said not to do that. And he's always like, who is this Mrs. Volpe? You know, she's a great lady. And for those of you who have children, she reads Little House on the Prairie. All the audios are on her website or on her YouTube site. And you can just hear her reading chapter after chapter after chapter. And I thought, how lovely. You know, that's something good for really anybody, but especially if you have children. But anyway, back to Danny. Wanda, you know, when she's driving along behind the ambulance, and then she's saying, well, they haven't put the lights on yet, so that's a good sign. You know, they're not in a terrible hurry to get there. Can you imagine? I mean, looking for the lights, I thought, oh my goodness, you know. Beverly is a gem. Yes, she is. You know. So that's the deal there. So we're praying for Danny and Wanda. Also, I am sorry to say I have not kept touch with Off Grid Nation. I don't know how he is doing. Tommy, I'm hoping he's doing okay. Does anybody know? He had the temporary colonoscopy until they can get something straightened out, and then they're going to reverse it. So there seems to be, you know, so many folks with problems and issues, you know. I signed on to Simply 7 today just as they were signing off. Of course, Nicole over there has continued to have issues after the freezer fell on her head at work. And she's got tremors and she's got vision problems and everything else. So you want to keep them. Let's see. Yes, and Mr. Danny said he was doing better and was cutting up in the ambulance with the staff there while they were driving. That sounds like him, you know. But I know him. Oh, I don't know. I know enough about him to know that with this hurricane coming, possibly near the Gulf, he's in there saying, I can't stay here when the hurricane gets here. You know, I gotta leave. So it seems not to be going that way. Let's see what else. So there just seems to be so many people, you know, with issues and problems. So a lot to pray about. On the flip side of that, I received a package in the mail, and it was a huge surprise from J.M. the Nut House with a beautiful card. And folks, I'm not going to read the card. But I will share with you that the card means more to me than the gift, because it's thanking me for some duck soaps. I remember back in the beginning of our streams, we would give away prizes free, and we may go back to that. And for all that I do, you know, that just really touched me, and I'm going to private messenger after this. And then I'm going to show you what she sent. But, you know, all of you that stream, you know, you're on here, you're making streams, and you don't know if anybody out there really knows what you're doing. I don't think we really thought about it. Did we? We're just having a good time. I know I am. We never really thought about how many subscribers we have, or, you know, this or that, or things like that. I don't know. We just love streaming. We passionately love bees. And we'll get to that topic a little bit later, because my heart goes out to all the beekeepers in that path. I don't know what I would do with our bees. Probably rent a flat truck or something and get them out of there, you know. But anyway, she sent me, she said she was looking for just the right gift, and it's a spoon rest and a tea bag rest. I don't know if you can see it. It's silver, and it says Queen Bee on there. And it's a queen bee. It's just lovely, just beautiful, and I love it. Queen bee here, and I just love it, and it just really touched me. So I'll be using that. And my husband brought to mind. Oh, I am very loving, sweet. Hi, my for happy faces. Thank you. And supportive, positive woman. Yes, you know, Renee. Part of that's my religion. Well, all of that's my religion, and how good God has been to me through the years. And, you know, like the saying goes, love everyone, serve everyone, remember God. And, you know, I don't want to get on a tangent here, but that's just how I am. And that's just how I am. And life is way too short to hate people and stuff like that. It just is. And Annie's Backyard and Shop. Hey, and everybody. I actually caught, oh my goodness, you caught who live? Oh yeah, Annie's Backyard. Anybody with questions about bees, you know, send them on. Where we are, this is what is this on the outside?
Oh, you mean on the outside?
No, this the inside. T40. We're in another one of our buildings, folks. We have buildings all around this place.
Maybe T400.
Yeah. T100, 400. But my wonderful, fantastic husband made this place for me. I'm not going to show you the rest. It's how many square feet would you say?
Well, it's 12 by 24.
12 by 24. Okay. If you've watched our journey, you've seen the little white cabin down a ways, and I mean down a ways, which is his little man cave. Well, this is my little woman's cave, and I'm not rustic like he is. I have electricity, water, half of it. Sorry, folks, that's not me. You know, lights, you know, stuff like that. The structure on the outside and the roof is steel. Steel. S-T-E-E-L. Steel.
Sheet metal.
Sheet metal. Steel. Okay? Sheet metal. Inside that is a layer around wood. How thick is that wood?
I don't remember.
It's
it was
good.
The original wood frame.
Original wood frame from
when it was a corn crib.
When it was a corn crib, okay? And inside, to make it all pretty and jazzy, is this steel sheet shed. Yes, actually, this was a corn crib. I never knew corn cribs were this big. We have 4 barns here, all like together. This is the one building that's not with the others. This one's, they're all steel. Well, no, some are wood. I don't know. One has a pig place, a place for pigs. You never know. One has, you know, we have to get the oink-oinks and put them in there. But the one in the middle, we couldn't do anything with, so we had that torn down and built another structure. We kept long ago, well, not well, long ago when our children were young, we had a miniature horse and a goat to keep the horse company. So we had them for a while. But this is named Firefly Lodge. And you'll never, I got to show what you got me on Christmas. He had this, I'm going to lift it up and see if you can, you'll have to look over here and see if we can see it, okay? Okay. All right. I want you to see what he got me on Christmas. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Uh-oh. Oops, just way up. Oh, no, that's not up. Okay. Can you see it? Let's see what it looks like down there. I'm looking down there.
It's a delay. So.
There's a delay. Okay. I'm waiting for the delay, everybody, to make sure you can see it. Yeah. See that? Isn't it beautiful? The Firefly Lodge. He had that made for me to go in here. Look at that.
Yeah.
And so all of,
yes. I can't see it very well with their little tiny fireflies.
Yes, little tiny fireflies. And that's because we have fireflies, yes, on our property, and they're all around this place. And so I have little twinkle lights all over. I actually have them on in back of me. You can't see. And ladies, you can make this, and gentlemen too. These are just canning jars that I put. You probably can't see, like little twinkle lights in.
Yeah, the light doesn't show.
Yeah, the light doesn't show. And this is one. Actually, I should turn this around. This is purple, blue, purple. I don't know. You just paint the inside, folks. Yeah, see? Like I have twinkling lights all over. And my girlfriend's grandchildren who are, yeah, see, twinkle, twinkle. And I have like little, like little things, little oil lamps and things. And of course I have my Mary candle, which burns. I just have little things like that all over. Whoops. And because it's my quiet spot, you can't hear anything in here, even though it has nice windows. But you come in here, you're not going to hear anything. I brought over our mobile, or my mobile internet, which is in the window getting internet. You don't get internet over here. You don't get any radioactive, nothing. Our son has temporarily kind of hijacked it because he's a very sensitive young man. What is it? How long have you lived where you are? That looks really cool. I like it. Yes, thank you, thank you. How long have you been here? 20 some odd?
23.
23 years, yes. More on that in a minute. It takes time, folks. I'm talking to the young ones out there. This kind of stuff takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. We've been here 23 years, okay? More on that. Remind me to get more on that in a minute. I mean, I have pictures of this place from the road. You couldn't believe it when we first moved here. I mean, it was woo-hoo. And we just went step by step by step, and that's 23 years. Okay, we finally had the Amish to build your little cabin back there. How many years? Not too long ago. Not too long ago, folks. 5 maybe.
A little more than 5.
A little more than 5. So 23 years. Okay. I would love to live. No, I'm not sure. How old are you? My 4 happy faces. How old are you? Because 24 years. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It does take time. Yes, sir. It takes time. When we moved here, we were both working full-time jobs. And we'd come home to this 19 acres, 33 years, 33 years old. Somebody, who was 24, 22 years old? You got some time. You got some time. Okay. I am older than twice your age, and that's all I'm going to tell you. I know I hold up good though. But, okay, I'm older than twice your age. My 4 happy faces. So you just take your time. You know, we came here We had, when we got here, we still have 3 children, but you know, they were on riding mowers. They were helping mow places. They, you know, our fruit trees and whatnot, they were digging the holes for there. Thank you. 4 happy faces that I look great. Yeah, after the kids, you know, you should have seen me back when we were raising some of our children. But anyway, going on, you know, you got to take care of, you got to raise your children first. Okay, you got to raise your children first. They come first. Okay, and you ain't a day over 20. Oh, wait, thank you. Okay, you have to raise those kids first, and so all this stuff has to come second. But you know, we came out here. Oh Lord, when we first moved into our home, we didn't have enough bedrooms. We went on faith. You should see where we had our 2 children sleeping side by side. Now, thank goodness they were young. But they were in one of those rooms that have the ceiling like this, no closet, 1 twin bed here, 1 twin bed there. We were on faith we were going to be able to add. How many bedrooms did we add?
Oh,
1, 2,
2.5
2.5 bath. We didn't have that. I'll tell you, you should have seen the house. Okay. Yes, and we worked round the clock. We didn't have a pond. This place was a good storm would blow it down. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The main barn was ready to collapse.
Yes, the main barn was ready to collapse. It takes time, you know, and I watch some, and this is nothing against any YouTubers, but I see young YouTubers and they want this and want that. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. Unless you have wealthy parents or something in the wing. We don't have that. So, you know, we worked hard and we just went step by step. Now, I will say this. Even when we were in a, what they call a suburban home, okay, I was still reading country magazines. I was still, I bought my house 7 years ago when I had 2 kids. Now I have 4 kids and not enough room here. Well, that's going to happen. Hi, Half Acre Dreams. That's going to happen. Double them up. They don't have to have their own room. Double them up. I mean, what do you mean you don't have enough room? You know, get them bunk beds. Right? You got to make do. Hello all. Hi, Frugal Farmer Channel. You gotta double them up. If you get the boys bunk beds stacked up, you know, I know I'm hopping all over, but when we first moved here, you couldn't get a pizza delivered. You couldn't do anything. But, you know, and part of it was we wanted our children to grow up in the country. They were too thrilled about the move. Our son, thank goodness, was just graduating high school and he went off to college. So, you know, the other 2 were like, oh, you know, but they caught on, you know, they caught on. But 2 of them now live south, 1 in North Carolina, 1 in Florida. But they left this wonderful golden land here and left all this for us. I mean, we did all this for our children. Also, we wanted them, you know, my husband would get the little bird callers, you know, from Audible. You know, I got them, you know, you squeak the little things and they go back in the woods and call birds. And we had the pond dug and they'd go down and stock it step by step, you know, the little minnows and this and that. Mom, we did this. And I go, yeah, good. Just keep going. I'm going to get back to the house. I'll get to that in a minute. Hi. But you know, it takes time. But I want to go back to when I was living in a suburban area. Is that what you would call suburban? Where the neighbors were like, I don't know how close they were, like 10 feet maybe. That was good for our kids at that time, you know. Our daughter's in Florida, and I may have to send her over to that wonderful lady, McCrae. I have to email McCrae because she said our daughter could come there in case of an emergency. Yes, I do too. Our daughter is in Jacksonville. Our son is in North Carolina, not too far from Charlotte. But anyway, you know, when I lived in our little Cape Cod home, I was reading country magazines. We had a garden there. We had fantastic raspberries, some of the best you ever saw. We had a peach tree. We had a cherry tree. As a matter of fact, our peach tree was right in back of where we had the pool for the kids, and it overflowed one day, and all the chemicals in the water and everything ran to the peach tree. And North Carolina as well. Frugal, okay, look her down, honey. And the peach tree just took off. It loved that chlorine or whatever was in the pool money, but pool water. But we had tomatoes. We planted things. We had a swing set for the kids, but all that. I would go to farmers markets and get tomatoes and things like that. I always canned. I would actually go and pick strawberries, which I miss doing. I'll be honest. We have to go do that. Go out there and pick strawberries and bring them back, make jam, make jelly. That's where I started making soap. It doesn't matter where you live. I sewed, I crocheted. I did everything I'm doing here. The only difference is because we didn't have all this land, we didn't have so much upkeep. But even though we worked 8 hours each, and we both plugged in tons of overtime to get little things, like save up and stuff like that, we did all that stuff. I wrote out many haircuts. Okay, good frugal farmer. I'll keep that in mind too. Thank you, Half Acre. So those of you in apartments, and my goodness, when I was in a housing project, going way back, I washed my son's diapers on a scrub board in the bathtub in January and hung them out to freeze and then dry. You do what you got to do. I was canning. I was sewing. I was crocheting. I was embroidering. Homesteading and farming, it's in your heart, and I came up that way. It's in your heart. It's not where you physically are. Hi, Renee. We all had a past, huh? Mother Earth made me cry. Went to homestead while I was in the city. Yeah, but you can have Acres dream. What is homesteading to you? If you think homesteading is getting out to a place like this and having to take care of all this land, I'm not sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. Doing myself, hey, you can do it wherever you are. A lot of people in our bee club rent property from farmers and so forth and keep their bees there. They go, oh, I can't have bees here because of the neighbors. They rent places to keep their bees there. I mean, making jam and yes, it's in your blood, right, Frugal? You can do it wherever you are. You have a stove, you can can. You got a hot plate, you can can. You got yarn and crochet needles, you can make things. You have a sewing machine, or you sew really good by hand, you can sew. I mean, you don't have to wait until how long you been keeping bees? 4 years, maybe?
This is our 4th year.
This is our fourth year, and yes, we've blown away a lot. we've got rid of them. I mean, we didn't get rid of them. We wiped out a lot of hives in the papers. I need to find a place to have bees around here. Okay, I don't know where you. Oh, he's in it's a passion. Half Acre. Where is Half Acre? I think he's in North Carolina. Homesteading is in your blood, as somebody said here. You don't have to wait. Well, I'm gonna wait till I get 80 acres or something, and then I'm gonna homestead. Wrong. This is a lot, folks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You start where you are. And actually, that's going to give you a better idea of what you want to do. Canning is so rewarding. Go pick your strawberries. They have places to go pick for so much money. Northern Michigan. I don't know what's in Northern Michigan. I don't know that part of the country too much. What's a place to keep it?
Bears.
Bears. You can put anytime you want. But, our backyard, when I was growing, well, even as a kid, our backyard was so small. We lived, oh boy, in an old house because I came up kind of poor. I came up the oldest of 8, but my 3 younger brothers were hatching eggs in the bedroom in an incubator. Oh, my parents weren't too happy with that one. But Helga's, Pennsylvania. Yeah, It's not getting tons of land and doing all this stuff. That's not homesteading. You know, some people will say yes. So what if you get all this land and you don't do anything? Then what? I mean, are you homesteading because you live out in a rural area? You know, I mean, no, you have to.
If you don't do anything, you'll have a lot of tall grass.
Yes, you will. I mean, it's a commitment. It's a commitment. And I encourage everybody I don't care where you're living, in an apartment building somewhere, go pick, actually, go pick your strawberries. When it's strawberry season, go pick them. Go to farmers' places and things. Pick your apples. Pick whatever you want. Peaches. We tried peaches out here. They died. In this area, they don't even sell peach trees because of black rot, right?
No, it's something else.
Something else.
From
Canada. Yeah, I do a lot on my little. Fine, half acres dream. That's good enough. That's good enough. You know, you don't have to be going all over creation. Oh, I gotta have 10 acres. I gotta have 5 acres. I read so many books about farming and land and everything. When we purchased this land, woo, the house was rugged. The house still is rugged. I mean, we're talking rugged. I think there was something etched in the cement over there, 1928.
I don't remember.
Something like that. I mean, we're talking rugged, okay? So, no, our house doesn't look like a lot of the other homes that are homesteaders. They have brand new homes. Things are wonderful inside. I mean, you know, just what area are you in, Bee Lady? We're Western New York, right near Canada, out in the rural area where land is cheap, taxes are low, kind of sort of low, depending on what you buy. And we're surrounded by farmers. In fact, the people just across the road, they have 6 Rhode Island red chickens. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. They have a little girl that carries them around, and those poor chickens are like, yeah, well, oh my God, help me. And she can tell you which chicken is with each one too. See, I mean, they work full time. I mean, it's.
If you have a 50-foot lot living in the city, if you have a fence and you have sunlight, you can actually plant fruit trees right against the fence without having them come out into the yard. I think it's called espalier or something, where you just take the branches and you attach the branches basically to a fence or a support, and so you have essentially make the trees like vines, and you can do that in a very small space.
Hi, Breakaway. Okay, somebody's parents' stomping ground. Where are they held us? I love Pennsylvania. I wanted to move to Pennsylvania, didn't I? I think it's a great place. It's beautiful, the rolling hills and everything. Yes, our winters are harsh, very harsh, unbelievable harsh. We have gas. Is it oil? I don't know.
Natural gas.
Natural gas, but we also have a wood stove. Apples on trellises. See, Renee Butler had apples on trellises.
Yeah.
We have a wood stove. Now everybody goes, oh, that's so romantic. Oh, a wood stove. Oh, I want a wood stove. Yeah, you want to stack some wood? Yeah, folks, they come dump that wood up. They don't stack it for you. You know, we just have stacks all over the place. I mean, really, a wood stove is, you know, depending on what room it's in, you're going to have, is that stuff soot that gets on my curtains? You're going to have soot all over the place and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it's I don't know. Oh, I mean, there's good and bad. Having asthma and COPD, hi, Breakaway Homesteader. To me, there's no heat like wood heat. And Helga's, where are your Helga? I didn't find out where her parents' family is. I think it was, who has the parents on here? Oh yeah, Helga's. Where are your parents? Where are your parents, Breakaway? Hey, Two Family. Oh, we're just having a good time, Two Family. Good to see you. You know, we're stacking wood. We're still stacking wood. We're always stacking wood. In fact, we have a wood pile over there that's been there since last year. Going nowhere. Why stack it now? I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying that don't romanticize the whole thing, okay? Don't try to keep up with somebody else. We're here. We had children. I gave up my dream of a new home. Trust me, folks. I gave up big dreams of a new home when we came here. We went for the land, we went for the area, and I had to suck up. Do you solely use wood heat? No, Breakaway, we have gas heat, but the wood heat is something that I find saturates you. Cooking, yes, the older you get, really consider your needs and abilities. Yes, Helga Spencer, that's right. That's right. You know, I call the kids, hello. You know, now they all went south. We don't like the snow, but don't sell. Same breath. We don't like the snow, but don't sell anything. Yeah. Oh, hi, Daryl. Yes, and the older you get, yes, you're right, Helga. You're right. I have plans, though. I think it's something. You know, I think it's something. I said to Mark, why don't we just let all that back there grow up, and we'll just live here with a couple 100 feet back. As it is on the right, we've got a big encroachment of a tree line. You know, you know, my husband goes, it wasn't that far in when we first moved here. I said, don't move it now. Looks good. Again, I implore you, do not romanticize homesteading. Do not feel bad because you can't afford 20 acres, 10 acres, 2 acres, 5 acres. It's not worth it, folks. It just isn't. It just isn't. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. When we came here, our children were young. It was mostly for them. We wanted them to grow up in the country. We stayed. It worked out well for them. They all hightailed it to the not even the city. Before they left, before they went to South, they left us and went to the city. Can you imagine? They went to apartments with their friends in the cities. Well, we're going to go now. You know, into the cities. Can you imagine that? They left God's country, going to the cities. Then they went south. You can't take the snow. And so that's pretty much it. And up here, we use, last storm we had up here, we have everything you'll hear me say we own, it's used. We don't buy anything new. No vehicles. We don't buy new vehicles. I've got 20 acres. What? Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking and Homestead. I've got 20 acres. Let me put my glasses on for this. Wait a minute. 20 acres, 10 horses, 4 goats, and about 3 chickens with garden, fruit trees, etc. And it was an old neglected place. We do a big project. What? Helga's? May I ask? If I grew up on 19 acres, I would. Yes, you would have, Andy. You would have left. You would have left. Helga's, how many children do you have there? It just can't. Is it just you and your significant other, or what? Andy's backyard and shop says, if I grew up on 19 acres, I wouldn't have ever left. Yes, you would. You grow up, and that's what I do, Helga. I just hear, yes, sure. You grow up, and you want to be in cosmopolitan areas. Is that it? You know, closer to the action, whatever that is.
Yeah, the socializing.
You're pushing 50. You have children there, Helgas? You're pushing 50. 50 for us is a distant memory. Bye. It was nice. Fire off. Helgas, who does all this? I grew up very far. Oh my goodness. So this is smaller. Okay, that's good, but I'm just curious who's there with you. Helga's, I mean, significant other, just the two of you, or you have children, you have people come in. Like the guy down the road has 100 acres and cows. I don't know how he does it. I have no idea. He used to do pigs. I'm not sure if he does pigs or not.
Yeah,
they still have pigs?
Yeah.
Okay. Across the road, they have chickens, 6. Beautiful Rhode Island Reds. Their little girl is not going to let them do anything with those chickens either. You watch. Where is the chicken? I told him. I got to go. I got to go look. At the chickens? Okay. I hear you on that, Miss Bee Lady. I've already tried the whole city thing, and I'm really missing the country. Okay, Andy's backyard. You're in the city? You left your parents' farm? What happened there? See, our kids don't want us to leave, move, or sell. Night half acre. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, my other half, he's a mechanic. There's a good one. He's a mechanic and can fix about anything. No kids, no helpers, just us. Well, I tell you, Helga's, my hat, my husband's hat, and the hat I don't have on. Night, frugal farmer. Thanks for stopping by. Go off to you. I don't know how you do it. How many horses did you stable growing up? My husband grew up on
13.
a 62-acre farm.
66.
Excuse me, folks, 66 in Virginia. So he understands hard work and canning and everything. And of course, night frugal, yeah. Half acre, you're not leaving. What? Okay. Oh, half acre is not leaving. Cher. Hey there. Hi, Cher. How you doing, Cher? As I said, he grew up on 66. I was shipped off to my grand with a curtain in front of you. And I loved her sink, though. She had the big old-fashioned sink with the pump in the middle. No electricity, kerosene lamps. The pump in the sink, rain barrel, outhouse. Let's see, we didn't have a farm. We had about 3 acres when I was growing up. And when I got just old enough to be young and dumb and decided to go to the city, I regret that all the time. Well, no, I don't know, Andy's backyard. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, well, see, our kids, they don't have any regrets because we're still sitting here holding things. You know, they find comfort in that we're still here. Yeah, that's true, Helga. No regrets. You don't know. You don't know. Okay. I want to add bees next year as my project. I have developed springs in compost. What's a developed spring? You've developed, yes, like water springs. Well, honey, if you got any question with the bees, let me know. Hi, Rain Country. Hi. Oh, good, Rain. I got a question. I keep forgetting to message her. Rain. Thank goodness, honey. I got a question. Folks, Elizabeth, you look lovely as always. Oh, thank you. Okay. I have a question, folks. Now, just give me a second. I got to catch it while I can. See my candle here? Okay, see the size of it? Okay. Now, folks, I don't throw anything away. Waste not, want not. So, water springs, put in spring boxes that can support us if welfare, like the healthies. I have like bags of wax from candles I've burned. That's the size, Erin. That like candles I've burned. And King's Disaster Garage. Growing up in the city, I wish I lived in the farm. So peaceful. Yeah, okay. I love your channel. Okay, thank you, King's Disaster George. What's I gonna say? Oh, so Rain, I'm gonna make the candle using what Rain Country said, because I'm not gonna buy any wicks that tall. We're gonna use the butcher string. Folks, if you don't have butcher string, get some. Just get some from somewhere. Okay, and I'm gonna tie the top to a pencil, and because I don't have one of those fancy dancy things you're supposed to use. Put it on top. I'm gonna melt the wax, and I'm gonna run it down, and I'm gonna make a candle. Do you put aluminum foil or something on the bottom of that candle, Heidi, so it won't crack the glass at the bottom? Because you know our candles have those round metal things. Could you tell me what you put on there? You inspired me, so I made pizza today. Ooh, cooking. Yeah, yeah. Y'all need to watch all these. I mean, Rain Country and well, all of you. I don't know who live streams here, but so Heidi, when I run that down that long candle, because I kept I had like all my candle pieces from the beginning of time. You can tie it to a washer. Do not put anything that. But that might be a good idea. The round metal thing is hooked to the wick. Yeah, but I'm not going to use a wick share. I'm not going to go out and buy wicks. I'm going to do what Rain said. I'm going to use butcher string. And like I said, anybody that doesn't have butcher string, I got this from Bev at Our Half Acre. Everybody, you should have butcher string. It's cheap. Go get yourself a roll of butcher string. Great stuff. And I'm going to put it on a pencil. I don't have anything else. Put it on the top. Melt all these pieces of stuff I have. And I'm going to metal washer. Little round metal washer. So those are the flat things? Breakaway Homesteader? Yes. Yeah. But I have to buy those.
I think I'll get some spare ones.
This is the Green Country. Okay, so I have to do those. I have to buy those. Yes, the little round ones. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good because when I put things together, I don't use those, do I?
No. I think part of it is to have the weight, to have it weighted.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then. I'll get some. Butcher string is the wick in this. Yes, butcher string is the wick. Dip the string in your beeswax and let cool to make it hold its shape while pouring the wax. Okay, now it's not going to be all beeswax because I have some old wax from even before. Can you braid the butcher string and make it thicker to use it? You got to ask Heidi about that one, Renee. Heidi, I don't know about that braiding. Heidi will answer that, Renee. She wants to know, can you braid the butcher string to make it thicker to use in larger candles? I don't know, but I do know that I have like this paraffin, the wax from the store, before we got the beads. So I got Mike has done that because we do it too. Okay. I was wondering too, what's going to happen if I mix some of my beeswax with paraffin wax? Anybody know? Because they say that paraffin wax, even though it doesn't smoke, like when you go out and buy a candle from a store, I don't want to mention anybody, those beautiful candles, they're like paraffin, is it? Or whatever hard wax you have. I found one problem. The softer wax is like soy. Yes, soy. The wick will fall into the. Yes, I don't have a real good luck with soy candles. I just don't. Those things don't burn right for me. I don't know what it is. Hi, Long White Cloud. Yeah, I don't know what it is with those soy candles. I don't even know where you get soy wax at. Me either. Hi, Long White Cloud. Great. Good to see you. So if I mix, the cheap candles, that we all get. The paraffin and beeswax will separate. Oh, yours did. It did. I don't think it would be a problem to mix the paraffin. Right above Rain, Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking and Homestead said her paraffin and beeswax separated. Ooh, the Antique Autistic. Hi, Antique Autistic. Good to see you. I use those cheap candles more for fire starters. The only way I know about those fire starters, Rain, is you take an egg carton. And is this what you're talking about? Hi, Antique Autistic. Great channel. Gotta go there because autism is awesome. I mean, not awesome, but it's awesome what they do for autistic adults. We don't think about autistic adults, just autistic children. But anyway, yep, I saw that. Yeah, you put, okay, Rain, when you're the candle, I use those cheap candles. Okay, so is that where you take the dryer lint, Rain? And folks, you know, get your dryer lint, you don't throw that stuff away, and put it in your egg cartons, and then pour wax on top and throw them in the fire. Is that what she means? My Rain, Mr. Rain came up with a new fire starter. Uh-oh. Yeah, because when we go to get our wood stove going, okay, what's he using? His look much easier than mine, but are a bit harder. See, with a wood stove, like our wood stove, it says, don't use this, don't use that, don't use, right? Don't use this, don't use that. Terrible things can happen. Yeah, dryer lint, egg carton, and cheap melted candle. And put them in the egg carton. I guess you pop them out and throw them in there. Does the wax have any bad effect on your stove? I'm wondering. Here, let me show them this one here. I got this so many years ago. I don't even remember from where. This is an oil lamp, and I mean, I love oil lamps. There's one burning in back of me. I don't use kerosene. I don't know how to use video. Yeah, fire starter. Yeah. I don't do real good with kerosene. And I got another question for all y'all out there. With this, no Heidi said to no residue in the stove. The wax burns right up and leaves nothing behind. The other thing you can do is the other thing you can do is go to your dog groomer, or if you don't have a dog, go to a local groomer place and ask for the dog hair, right? Yeah. Get the dog hair, and now there are two things you do with that dog hair. I don't remember the first one I was just going to say. The second one is to put out for the birds to use when they're building nests. Simply 7 isn't going to be on tonight, so I'm just going to keep, we're not going to go too far. But this is an oil lamp. It's a, I don't know what type of, it's pottery. I have a smaller one in the home. These are the wicks with the fire ball. That's what's in back of me. These wicks, I'm wondering, I could put butcher string, 2 butcher strings in here, and it might do the same. I'm gonna try that next time instead of buying these wicks. I don't know about wood stoves, but if you know anything that does woodwork with stains and stuff, the old stain rags after the rags are dry, though. Well, you know the thing about that Andy's backyard, does that hurt the stove? I'm wondering about that. No, it says, oh, it's gonna blow up or do something. I don't know. But you may want to go collect some dog hair from your groomer or any dog groomer. Just come up and say, hi, I'm collecting dog hair to do fire starters. Heck, offer to give them some. I don't know. When we do our bonfire in the back, we don't use fire starters, we just use gas. Oops. I don't want to wood stoves. Yeah, our wood stove is kind of funny. You know, we put a kettle on there to try to have the room. What is it? Humidity. That I'm not doing real good with that. I have a trivet on there. I don't think that lets it get hot enough. I don't know what's going on with that either. But the way our home is because it's so old. The rooms are almost like a maze that you see a little mouse go through. Hi, Heather going Batty. Oh, how nice. And so our heat doesn't circulate around. And you know, last year, was it we put in the ceiling fan? I don't know what that did. Okay, but it doesn't go around to the kitchen. So I'll tell you what I did, folks. I got me a buddy heater, propane buddy heater with the fan for the kitchen. My husband's looking at me like, you know, I said, I'm either going to blow it up or it's going to be warm in here. And so that's what I use. That's what I do in the kitchen, because our home is so old that the heat doesn't travel anywhere, you know. So I don't know. Okay, anybody have any questions about the bees? Hey, Rain Country, I love you. Aren't they great? How's everybody doing with the kombucha? They've been fermenting stuff instead of pickling. Some people say it's good for your stomach. We have 2 pellet stoves. Pellet stoves. Is that
compressed wood?
Yeah, those pellet stoves here. Can you convert those to wood? Do they have like I would assume that you don't have any other kind of heat. No other kind of heat here. This pellet stove. This pellet stoves. What? Best recommendation for starting with bees: a hive kit. A hive kit. I'll tell you here.
Hive kit is usually, the way they define it is usually a complete hive.
Oh, okay. Helgas. 2 things. First, I will say that I have one of the videos up. I don't know the name of it. It's like what you need to start bees, but I will go through what you need right now. I don't know. How many hives are you going to start with? They all recommend, well, they're going to recommend 1 hive. We started with 10 just because my local place has beehive kits. Okay, that's going to be the bees. Is that going to be like the smoker?
No, the kit is not the bees.
The kit's the smoker, the hive tool?
The kit is almost always just the hive. But it depends.
Starting small, okay.
If it's a small local place, they might have the other stuff too.
Okay, so maybe
you might have the equipment.
You're going to need a smoker. You're going to need the bees. You're going to need something to put the bees on. So we have our bees on cement blocks. Wise to have a beehive on a half acre. Yes, we know people that have beehives in their backyard.
Yeah, half acre is plenty.
Plenty, yeah. You know, honeybees have a bad reputation because of hornets, wasps, yellow jackets that are extremely aggressive. Hey, Minuteman. Good to see you.
Honeybees are, for the most part, pretty docile.
Yeah.
They'll never sting you if they're going around with a flower. And you bump into the flower.
Good to see you, Minuteman. Yeah.
The yellow jackets are just nasty, so are wasps and hornets.
Right. And they get a bad rap. The honeybees do. So, who was that asked me that? Helgas, I'm going to send you, I'll find which one it is. I'm going to send you the link, okay, for that video. I go through all the expenses, the neighbors. Here it goes back to zoning, half acres.
Check their zoning
you got to check your zoning. Ooh. JM at the Nut House. A brief hello from the heirlooms. Yeah, okay. Good to see you, JM at the Nut House. I was showing everybody the beautiful gift you sent me. I love it. I'm going to private message you. Go ahead.
If neighbors are an issue, or you think there'll be an issue, but you think you're cleared for bees, rule-wise or regulation-wise, whatever your area has. Some people say out of sight, out of mind is the best approach. So if you can put a hive behind a hedge, a wall, you just put it up and don't tell anybody.
Right.
The big thing you got to do, though, is you got to give them a water source very close to the hive.
Right.
Because if any of your neighbors have pools, the bees will get into the pool looking for water, and that's not something you want to do.
Right.
Or their bird bath and so on. So you've got to have a water source all the time, basically 24/7 when it's not winter.
Yeah, Helga's is concerned about winter. We have severe winters, Helga. This year we'll be going back there in the winter. We'll be telling you how we get them through the winter to the best of our ability, and still we lose hives. We've lost beehives every single winter. I will tell you that to encourage you. How is that encouraging you? Because when you're starting, I don't want to say you're going to blow away beehives, but it happens. And you just got to stick with it. A kiddie pool, yeah. You got to stick with it. And
well, no, on the water, you've got to have something on the water so the bees don't drown.
Right.
So if it's a man-made pool, it's got slippery surfaces on the edge, the plastic, they could fall in. Whereas we have a pond, it's dirt, and they can walk in from the side or go in on a leaf or something like that. If you have something artificial, you've got to put pebbles in it that they can stand on, rocks, something like that. Right. You just can't have something that they can fall in, because they will drown and you'll lose hundreds.
Well, it's 9 o'clock. I don't know, Miss Marbles. Yeah, I don't know if Simply is on. I don't want to take up their time if they are. They were like this if they were going to stream. But if Josh is on, I don't want to take up his time. So we're going to end it, folks. But we are gonna do more live streams. I hope some of you, good idea. Renee says, get like a cement bird bath and add pebbles. Very good. Or a plastic one. That's the cheapest thing you can. If you those of you that are thinking, go back to the live videos we did earlier, Helga. Earlier, a few weeks ago, out there sweating in the bee yard, and you'll get a good idea of how to set them up on the blocks and everything. But who is it that said the rest to go? If you have good neighbors, you can do whatever you want, because all you gotta do is go to the town hall or city hall and get a greens or something. People look. I mean, really, unless your neighbors are gonna go nuts on you.
If you're zoned for it, you don't really have to worry. Unless you're real close, then you have to be kind of careful.
But if you're not zoned for it, we'll research your videos. That's okay, Helga. I'll get it to you somehow. Okay, long white cloud big. Yes, bye guys. Yes, we're gonna leave. We don't know what's going on because Josh, this is their hour, and he may try to peek in for a while, so I don't want to upset them. But we'll probably be over here next week because I love it in here. I mean, he seldom comes in here. This is where I write. There aren't any of those street vibes. You can feel it when you come in here, right? Because I'm seeing this whole building is sheet steel, then a good layer of wood, and then this T, whatever that stuff is. So, like I said, we have to bring our internet with us. So, thanks for everybody stopping by. Try to have something a little more bee information for you, and go over and see if Josh is streaming on Simply 7. If not, maybe he will in between whatever. And that's it. Okay. Good night for now.
Good night.